Hello, today we'll be discussing how to find the surface area and the volume of a cylinder. So first, using our radius as 5 and our height is 10. Our area for surface area would be S equals 2 pi r, parentheses, height plus radius. So, this would end up equaling 2 pi, parentheses, 5, parentheses, 10 plus 5, and this would equal S equals 10 pi in parentheses, because we would combine, it would be 2 pi r plus, or it would be 2 pi plus 5, and that would come out to 10 pi, and then we would add that to we would times that by 15, because 5 plus 10 is 15, and we would come out to a total of 150 centimeters squared. That is how we find the surface area of a cylinder. Now for volume. The volume of a cylinder would be volume equals base times height. So, V is going to equal pi r squared height. So, for this, we would do V equals pi, parentheses 5 squared, since that is our radius, parentheses 10, since that is our height. This would equal 250 pi centimeters cubed. Now we will be discussing how to find the surface area and volume of a cone. So, using our radius as 4 and our height as 7. The formula for surface area would be S equals pi r slant height plus r in parentheses. So, S equals pi 4 parentheses 7 plus 4. So since we do radius is 4, that would be 4 pi 4, and then our slant height and plus our radius. So we do 7 plus 4, as the height would be the same as the slant height in this case. So this would come out to be the surface area would be 44 pi. That's how you find surface area of a cone. Now for volume. The volume of a cone would be 1/3 radius squared height. So using this formula, we would do 1/3 4 squared 7. And this would equal 37.33 pi. Now we will be discussing how to find the surface area and volume of a sphere. So for surface area, our formula will be 4 pi r squared. So, we would plug that in. It would be S equals 4 pi 3 squared, because our radius would be 3. So, using our radius of 3, now we will do surface area equals 113.1 centimeters squared. That is how we find surface area. Now for the volume. Our volume would be 4/3 r cubed. So, we plug in that, b equals 4/3 3 squared, or cubed. So our answer would end up being 36 pi. And that is how you find volume of a sphere. Now we'll be discussing how to find the volume and surface area of a rectangular prism. So, using L is 7, our length is 7, our width is 6, and our height is 5. So, we will do volume. So for volume, we will use volume equals -1/3 length, width, and height. So it would be 1/3, and this is non-negative, so we would use 1/3, 4 times 6 times 5, making our volume 40. That's how you find volume for a rectangular prism. Now for the surface area. For surface area, we would do equals 1/2 perimeter and slant height. So we would do 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5, and we would times this by 4. This would end up equaling 44. So, now we will do that in half. 1/2 would equal 22. And that would equal 30. Since our length would equal 22. So, now we'll do 30 plus 44 from here, which would equal 74. So our surface area for a rectangular prism with these would be 74. That is how you found the volume and surface area. Now we will be showing how to do the volume and the surface area of a right triangular pyramid. So, if our base is 2, the height of our triangle would be 4, and our L would be, our height for the pyramid would be 4.5, and our length for the pyramid is 5. Using all this, we're going to do volume first. So, volume is 1/3 base times height. So plugging this in, 1/3, 2 times 5. Volume equals 1/3, 10, because 2 times 5 is 10. So bringing us to a total of volume is 6.66 repeating. That is how we find the volume of a right triangular pyramid. Now we will be doing the surface area. Surface area will be L plus B. So, our base is 1, or is 2. So we are going to do So for this, we are going to do 5 times 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4. We will do 1/3 base times height. Then we'll plug that in. 1/3 2 times 4, which will bring our total to 2.7 cm. So then, using that, our final surface area would be 19. And that is how you find the surface area and volume of a right triangular pyramid. Now we will be talking about how to find the surface area and volume of a hexagonal pyramid. So first we're going to start with volume. Volume equals 1/3. So using that, we'll do 1/3. And for a hexagonal pyramid, our S is going to equal 4, our A is going to equal 3, and our H for our pyramid is going to equal 6. So using this, we will do 72 times 6 equals 44. And our volume would be 144. This is how you find the volume. Now we'll do surface area. So, surface area would be S equals 4A 3. So, 3 squared plus 6 squared equals C squared, because we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. So, S equals L plus BS, which would equal 80.4 plus 72, which would equal 152.4. So, the way that we found L on this was like this. L is 1/2 of her and slant height. So, we'll solve like this. So we would do 9 plus 36, and that would equal 45. And then we would do square root of 45, which would equal 6.7. Our slant height is 6.7. So then we would do L equals 1/2 4 times 6 times 6.7, which would equal 80.4. That is how we got this number. So our base would be 2. So, plugging that in, using those, that is how we got 152.4. So, our surface area would be 152.4. That is how you find the surface area and volume of a hexagonal pyramid. Now we'll be showing how to find the surface area and volume of a square prism or a cube. So, first we're going to do S for surface area equals 6 AZ, and it would be 67 squared. So our SA would equal 6 times 5 squared, and our volume will be this 5 cubed. Okay. So, using that, this would equal 299. Should be our surface area. So, surface area equals 299. Our volume would be 7 squared, which would be 343 pi. Simplifying that, it would equal 23. So our volume would be 23. That is how you find the surface area and volume of a square prism or a cube. Now I will be discussing how to do an equilateral triangle prism's surface area and volume. First, we'll start for surface area on this one. So, S will equal 4, and our lowercase h, height, will equal 9. So, L equals P H. Using that, we would do L equals 9 times 3 times 9, which would equal 108. Because our formula for surface area would be S equals L plus 2B. So, now for B, we would do 1/2 base times height. So for that, we would do 2 squared plus B squared equals 4 squared. Use Pythagorean theorem. That would end up equaling 4 squared minus 2 squared equals 12. So, B squared equals 12. We would do the square root of 12. So, B equals 3.5. So now, our uppercase view base would equal 1/2 3.5 times 4 equals 7. So, our surface area would end up equaling 108 plus 2 times 7 would equal 122. So, our surface area equals 122. That is how you find the surface area of an equilateral triangle prism. So, now for volume. Volume is base times height. So, for base, we already have the base from this part of the problem, so we plug it in. Volume equals 7, and our height would be 9. So volume equals 7 times 9, and it would come out to our total being volume equals 63.